So today we're going to change the oil on a 2002 Z06 Corvette. I've driven my car up on rhino ramps in the front with some pieces of wood so it doesn't tear off the air deflector, and then in the back some pieces of wood there that I drove up onto. If your garage floor is slippery, it's going to be a bear to do that. You might need to put some little pieces of rubber, like a rubber mat, underneath the pieces of wood so that they don't fling out under the torque of the wheels. Or if you get the front up and you haven't got the back up, you could put a hockey puck under here at the jack point, jack up one side at a time, and then put your wood underneath. The reason I'm doing the wood underneath is I have to get my jack underneath the back of the car to make the back higher than the front when I drain the oil, and I'll show you that in a minute. So the engine is warmed up and it is now up on ramps. So let's take this off to help with drainage. That's hot. There we go. It's got a little tab here. Take the dipstick out too. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. That oil's a little hot. Car got a little warmer than I thought it would. There we go. Okay, let that drain out. While that's draining, I'm going to go to the back of the car and jack up the back so that we get all the oil out because the plug is on the front. Okay, put the usual 2x4 underneath there. You could use a 2x6, is even better. We look down at the front of the car down there. We want to see when the back is higher than the front, you'll see more oil coming out. As you can see way down there, we got more oil coming out now. back wheel's pretty high off the ground. Has to at least be level, and preferably the back wheel's higher than the front. This back is probably higher than a Rhino ramp right now. Okay, I'm going to leave it right there. I am not going to get underneath the car. I'm just going to let the oil continue draining. After I get enough drained out, it looks like it's down to a trickle down there now. Yeah, down to a trickle. I'll go back and get that filter off. Probably should have grabbed the filter first, but either way, nothing else is coming out. Let's put this back down on the ground. Almost on the ground. It'll go on my pieces of wood so I can get my jack out. There we go. Okay. Take the jack away. So I've got my Mobil 1 M107 filter, and I got my OEM Tools oil filter cap wrench B will fit that. Yeah, there we go. Some people don't even use a wrench, they just put it hand tight, but give it a little snug to make sure it doesn't come loose. Right here is a half. That's 0.6, I'm below that. So I got my 6.5 that I need for the engine. I'm going to pre-fill this with just a little. And a little bit to go around the rubber gasket here. You have to lubricate this gasket or it will just bind up and tear when you're turning it. I just like the filter inside to get some oil inside of it, so when the pump starts sucking oil, it's not just sucking nothing through there. Different engines, when you fill them up, the filter is going to get filled anyway before you start, but I just do this on all my cars. The exhaust is hot, so I got to be careful not to touch it. This pan is big enough to go under the drain and the filter at the same time. If you have a smaller pan, just put your drain bolt back in first. Probably should have worn thicker gloves to do this. There we go. says hand tighten, and then 3/4 turn after that, so that should be good right there. So on our oil drain plug, since the car is almost 24 years old, I'm going to replace this. Don't know how long it's been in there. I got some new ones. AC Delco part 03536966. Throw that one away. Put a new one in there. Put a little dab of oil on there, make sure it doesn't bind when it's tightening up. Okay, there we go. Okay, put our drain bolt back in here with our new rubber O-ring. Get our 15 M&M and tighten that up. That's about the right amount of torque. I did want to mention the torque specs. So the drain bolt is 18 foot-pounds and the filter is 22 foot-pounds. I'm not going to use a torque wrench on there, but you get the idea of how much torque to put on it. Okay, got my 6.5 quarts of oil. Let's start to fill her up. There's my half. And I'll come back on the last can. Okay, now for the last bottle. Okay, last one. For our cap. I don't know if this has threads. Oh, half of a thread. Lined up with that little slot. There's the slot. And a half a turn, so it always faces that way. Now for the dipstick, the car is not level, so I'm just going to put it in. Check underneath if there was no leakage. Okay, the car is running. Check the leaks, there are no leaks. Look closely at the drain plug and the filter, no leaks. Okay, on level ground, let's check the engine off. Needs to be between the two marks and needs a wee bit more. There you go, add and max. It's right below add. So I think I'm going to put a half a quart in. And about half of this. It's about half. Let's check the dipstick. That looks like it's there. Looks like that half a can did it. It's so clear, it's hard to see. But we kind of have to feel it. Yeah, we're almost up to the max. So anywhere between add and max, you're good. That's always been my experience on these LS engines in a Corvette. When you tip the back up to get the extra amount of oil out, you're going to have to put in 7 full cans of oil. Okay, cap back on, dipstick in. Close it up. That's job done.